You're watching the British Emergency Broadcasting System. The estimated date is March or November, so now, as usual, it's time for the quiz broadcast.
Hello, good evening, and remain indoors. This is the quiz broadcast, coming to you every Friday, the same day as your food parcels.
Stock up on basic supplies. A sensible shopping basket would include sand, tin tomatoes, and 600 toilet rolls. Get your supplies early, as smaller shops may run out of sand.
Hi guys, Freddy here. Now I know I don't usually put out a video on a Saturday, but I want to do a wee update because obviously with coronavirus everything's turned upside down, the world has changed. And things like the kids game, which I've talked about in past videos, and my own role-playing group, things have changed drastically. So I wanted to do a short video to update yous and let you know how I'm changing the way I play, and hopefully that might help some of yous. Now, coronavirus hasn't changed much about my life at all, because I work from home anyway. I've worked for myself for the past 3 years, out of basically where I'm sitting now. So coronavirus hasn't changed anything. If I'm stuck in my house, I'm stuck in my office and I'm keeping working. But obviously it's changed big things. Where I live here in Scotland, the schools just broke up today, this is Friday night, until August. So my youngest son, who's 15, you've seen him in some of the videos, is now going to be stuck in the house for, 5 months? Which is going to be a big change. Now, I really noticed the changes starting because I nipped out to the community centre where I've been running the kids' game from, that I've mentioned in previous videos. And they'd have received information from the local council that they were to close that night, so the kids' game was off. So that was cancelled. Now, where we play as my group of friends who I've been playing with since I was 18 is a friend's house, and they live with their father, who is in his late 70s. And he's obviously in a vulnerable group. We've got one of the guys in the group works at a nursery looking after young children. So he is definitely exposed to the coronavirus if it enters the environment at all. So we have decided that self-isolating was a thing even before the government's announced that it should be done. So we've had to make big changes in the way we're playing. Now, fortunately, we're in the middle of me games mastering at the moment with Star Wars, and I use Beyond D6, my system that I wrote, which allows us to play online. So all the character sheets are online, all the dice rolls are online, and I can share documents and things through Beyond D6. Now, the one thing that Beyond D6 doesn't do is chat. So while we could have played it with us typing to each other, we decided that wasn't the way we wanted to go. So we had to look at a few different things. I considered Facebook Messenger because everybody can just run it on their phone, for example. But from experience using that for work, the quality of the calls is pretty darn low. I've had a couple of calls in the last week where I've had to cut the call and then redial because I just couldn't make out what the people were saying at all. But I know my kids use, especially my son who's 15, uses Discord. So we've had to play around with that and we've set that up. We've got a Discord server for our gaming group now. And with Beyond D6 and Discord, we're set up for our weekly gaming session on a Saturday night as usual. So we're going to see how that goes. Now, I will share with you after it how it goes and what the successes and failures were. But we are playing Star Wars using Beyond D6 and Discord on a Saturday night. I may record parts of it, I may share those with you, depends what the guys say because they might not want to be on the internet. But hopefully it's going to work and then I can roll that out to the kids and keep their weekly game session going as well. But anyway, I just wanted to give you the short update to let you know how I'm changing the way I game, maybe give you some ideas, and as I set things up, I'll share that with you, and we'll take it forward through however many months of isolation the government say we're going to have.
Well, it's between 600 and 750 days since the event, but that hasn't stopped those of us that survive from enjoying ourselves. So let's remain indoors and say hello to our contestant.
Okay guys, at the end of my videos I always ask you to look after yourselves. But this time I want to ask you to look after other people. Because that's what all this quarantine and self-isolation is all about, looking after other people. Because while I, and probably you, aren't in a high-risk category and you can probably just shrug off the effects of the virus in a few days, we all know someone who is in a high-risk category, someone who's in their 70s or above, someone who's got heart problems, someone who has asthma, and they're the ones that this virus will hospitalise and possibly kill. None of us want that on our conscience. So please, look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll catch you later. Bye.
Please, everyone, remain indoors.